if either of these players stick with this legend, who is going to be the first one to swap off of it? I think it's going to be Mounir.
Yeah, I think it's definitely difficult to say. Both of these players have been super versatile in the legends that they have been using, not only in their career, but also in this very tournament. So
yeah,
anything can happen. Mounir versus Godly, already a quick dodge read coming out, and barely any options, but Godly, don't do this to me. He had that dodge, but I thought he didn't. He's scaring us.
I guess he felt confident enough because like Mounir was playing so far back that Godly would have plenty of time for his dodge to come back up off of cooldown, that he would get it in time, and he would have enough time physically to react if Mounir tried to move in with something quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, the ground pound, full sending it.
Oh,
Mounir.
I really thought we were going to see something more there from Godly as Mounir dodged into the stage, touching the wall. Okay, there's a D-Sig. No weapon toss here. I guess there's none on the field. He goes for the GC side sig towards the stage, and it ends up dropping, but he finds the ground pound.
Godly sticking to the hammer now as Mounir playing from behind is going to have the axe. Side signature, this one is not going to be working on Godly. Landing with the ground pound. Yet again, Mounir utilizing a lot of these, I would want to say, unorthodox options.
There's the weapon toss. Godly goes down, stays low, using
no.
the stage as part of his cover. They're just floating around over there. Godly's trying to pick up the dares, some other moves as well, but Mounir finds the connection, finds the KO as well. He's just a little bit behind at this point. It's not going to take too many hits, especially when he has the axe in his hand. There's a stomp there coming out from Godly, looking to juggle with the neutral air. Not quite, both of them split.
Oh, and Mounir, what a beautiful string. Able to get 4 attacks in a row. What a beautiful string from Mounir. Godly is going to be returning the favor, though, with some of this grounded hammer gameplay. Swapping over to the gauntlets now. Endlight is going to connect that dodge. If he had inhuman reactions, the D-Light immediately off of that would have been so good.
That jump fast fall down to get over the weapon toss of Godly and then punish with an axe neutral light from Mounir was beautiful.
D-Sig trying to charge it up. GC Endlight. Godly has already gone past him onto the stage. He's on the hammer, waiting to find that stomp. But Mounir is just a little bit faster with the Endlight. Dare as he's coming back up. What an option used by Godly. Stomps here, connects as well. And this could be stock. Godly just needs to confirm the edge guard. Mounir too low for a D-Light Sair to work there. D-Light Sidelight was the only true combo that Godly could have gone for, I believe.
I don't know the intricacies of how to get like a stomp side air when you pick up that goofy stomp like that. Because like Kaina's done it. I've seen Kaina do it. Like specifically
it's very much an intuition thing. It's
in that situation where you have to pick them up high enough, not too high, but not too low. Definitely not too low. That's the worst spot. But if you pick it up high enough, you can like, I don't know exactly all of the inputs that you have to do, but like kind of picks that up from time to time.
Combination of how the verticality of which you hit the D-Light and then also how low they are, which, I mean, obviously, Godly going for that D-Light sidelight. He's played this weapon enough to know that inside and out. What Mounir also knows inside and out, it seems like, is Godly's dodging patterns, because he's finding more and more of these reads, but it doesn't matter. Godly picks up a single D-signature, and that is going to be it for Mounir stock. 1-0 on the board.
Yeah, he hit the Taros button at the end of the game. Like, he's playing against gauntlets, so the gauntlets are going to be want to be stacked on top of you, whether they're in front of you, whether they're behind you, whether they're just over your head trying to find a dare, whether they're hoping to grab a neutral air if you're jumping, they're still going to be right on top of you. So the sphere of influence that the Axe D-Sig has is just perfect for dealing with someone trying to get cheeky on gauntlets.
Now, say what you will about Taros and the attacks being very strong. Godly's playing right now very much like a brick wall, especially towards the end of that game. And I find it so impressive he's not cracking. Because you are playing like a brick wall. Who's rushing at the brick wall? It's Mounir, and he's swinging the gauntlets everywhere.
There's a falling dare coming out from Godly. Man, Godly's been doing a great job on the whiff punish game.
Stomps here. Not enough to get a knockout just yet, but I mean, the knockout, the variable force is immense. Endlight comes out, able to pick up that axe. Sidelight is the obvious option. Godly going forward, trying to keep it simple, just throwing out that Endlight. It's going to be enough to find a knockout.
And that's tough because that was right off the bat of Mounir trying to hit a pivot down air on the gauntlets, and he got interrupted by Godly's unarmed kit, but the down air almost made contact. It was almost an amazing down air that probably would have led to a lot more right after that as well. So that's a tough way for Mounir to lose his first stock and then take a buttload of damage on this second stock. He's already in the orange. Now in red.
Godly has started applying so much pressure now as well. Every single time Godly picks up a hammer sidelight, it's not just a hammer sidelight, it's the hammer sidelight into jump, chase, dodge, reverse nair. It's the sidelight into pivot and sig. Always trying to follow up, making sure that Mounir is feeling the stress.
Nice GC side sig though, getting just up above enough so that he can avoid some of the grounded attacks that Godly might throw out. Does find the KO here, but he's a full stock behind.
D-Light into GC sidelight coming out from Godly. Not going to be connecting, and Mounir is going to get back onto stage off of that. D-Sig, Godly responding very well with a simple recovery. The second one is going to be connecting though. The GC D-Sig coming out from Mounir.
So that first recovery came out, and then like right after that, it seemed like Godly and Mounir were like out of sync. Like 180 degrees out of sync. So like Godly was throwing up his recovery again, trying to make the hit, and like Mounir had the dodge, and then Mounir throws a move out, and then Godly tries to respond after that, but he's like just one move too late, and then all of a sudden Mounir's ready, and he finds the punish, finds the stock. So it was beautiful for Mounir.
Mounir has been able, he's been taking this closer and closer, racking up so much damage. The end light, it's almost enough. But Mounir still has it. D-Light comes out, and that is going to be the stock. Godly 2-0 on the board. In what this is such a massive cliche, but this is what I would say does not feel like a 2-0.
In what way?
Mounir's been making some plays. It's just that Godly is so consistent on it.
Because I definitely feel like it's a 2-0.
All right,
very much in the favor of Godly.
There's something about the gauntlets.
Okay.
The psychological effects of getting your stock taken in orange from Teros compared to getting red twice in a row on gauntlets, I feel like I'm losing more if I get red twice on gauntlets.
Interesting, okay.
But we had the legend swap, yet another one. As you mentioned, you thought it was going to be Mounir with the legend swap first, and we are seeing the Brawlhalla crossover.
What? Hold on. Let me look up this guy's core haul. I gotta see. I gotta see what he knows.
Well, I can tell you off the back of my head, Mounir, he's not a stranger to either axe or sword. I have to say, for defense going up against Godly. Now, as I mentioned, Godly going for a lot of follow-ups after the hammer sidelights. He's playing hammer very much in a streaky kind of way, so we haven't been seeing that many early knockouts. But as you swap over to a 4 defense legend, those can start being more frequently occurring.
So his top 2 legends are both axe legends. His highest sword legend is Bodvar at a level 52. This is just an interesting choice.
Second one now going to be connecting. Mounir responds with an end light of his own. Trying to control the ground. I'm pretty sure Mounir tried to dare there, but getting caught by the platform. Not going to matter. Still able to take back stage control. Ser is going to knock out. That was so many frames where he was just flying, unable to input anything yet.
Yeah, that neutral signature there was a very interesting choice. This is his 23rd highest leveled legend. It is level 28, so he does have the black color scheme, of course, unlocked, as I believe we're seeing right in front of our very eyes. But that neutral signature, man, that's a guesser for me right there. I'm not sure exactly what he was going for because it was such an easy punishment for Godly. Like, are you going to pick that up in the beginning frames? Because Godly wasn't high in the air. It's not like he was going to recover high in that moment. And now they're just trading back and forth. And what did we talk about earlier? It's like trading with an Elden Ring boss.
I'm not sure if we're seeing trades at this point. I'm seeing a whole lot of signatures being used by Mounir, and I'm seeing a whole lot of misses into Godly getting an axe attack. All right, D-signature. Dashing in with it. That's going to be 3 stocks against the 1 now, as Mounir is playing substantially from behind. The full stock disadvantage. He's able to pick up that stock. I'm expecting him to stick to the axe here, which he will.
So one of the biggest things that Brawlhalla has going for her, of course, is her very high strength. She is a glass cannon, as we always refer to her. So he's going to have to not get hit, and he's going to have to get a lot of hits, which he isn't really doing that well so far. They mostly just been trading back and forth. Like one will whiff, the other will whiff punish, then the other will whiff, the first one will whiff punish. And at that rate, like Mounir's just going to lose this nice neutral signature, potentially setting up into the edge guard. Godly's going to recover away from the stage, hoping that he had more in his kit to get back over to the wall, but he didn't.
Not exactly sure what was going on there, but as you mentioned, Godly not having any more options, going to be going down there. Mounir waiting for that weapon spawn. It's going to be the axe. Tries to get the 3-piece. Gets the landing there, D-Light. And I mean, he's not trading anymore. He's actually getting a couple more hits than Godly in each one of these interactions. Taking him down to orange here. This is starting to look winnable, but the Endlight comes out, throwing him super far behind. Godly. Endlight or D-Light. It's going to be a Sayer to finish the stock, and that is 3-0 as we now have our grand finals completely decided.
And even though, exactly as you were saying, that like Mounir was definitely getting the better in terms of the damage pacing on that final stock, all it took was like one straight hit. And it was like a neutral light at that point, a straight side air. If we're talking about the hammer, he's just got